Hello all. Today I will explain you the process of cell making, what kinds of cells are possible and what are cells. Cells are the device which convert chemical energy into electrical energy by means of redox reaction. So we are using regularly different kinds of cells. Cells are three cells are divided into three categories. First are primary cells. Primary cells are non-rechargeable cells. They are dead after some time, so you cannot reuse these kinds of cells. Second are secondary cells. Secondary cells are chargeable cells. You can apply electricity in them, and they are again charged into new compound. They can make again new compound, and you can use for a long time. And third are fuel cells. Fuel cells are the cells in which fuels like hydrogen, oxygen and methane, carbon monoxide, etc. can be used to generate electricity. These cells are regular cells because according to amounts of your substance, you can make a large amount of electricity for a long time. Okay guys, so I will start with the primary cells. Primary cells are means these cells which are non-rechargeable cell. Non-rechargeable cells, first I will explain you dry cell. Dry cell is example of non-rechargeable cell. It is also known as Leclanche cell. These are very general cell we are using in remote and clock. In this cell you are having a zinc container. So first is you are having a zinc container. Okay guys, and zinc container act as anode. I am writing here positive. This part is zinc container, and second thing is carbon rod placed inside the container. This carbon rod act as cathode. So carbon rod is this carbon rod placed in the center of the cell act as cathode, and zinc container is anode. And here we are having electrolyte. This electrolyte is a paste of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. They are placed together in a mixture and it is directly contact with the zinc container. This is drawback of this cell. I will explain you later. And carbon rod is placed in manganese dioxide. So this is main parts of the cell. Zinc container. This is ammonium chloride and ZnCl2. Next, it is separated by a porous membranes with the manganese dioxide, and most internal part is carbon rod. This is basic concept of a dry cell, and these are generally known as Leclanche cell. So what is the chemical reaction? Zinc act as anode. So I am writing reaction of anode. Zinc is converted into Zn plus 2 and 2 electron. By removal of 2 electron, and these electron now migrate towards cathode, and you know cathode is carbon rod. That's why MnO2 manganese dioxide react with these 2 electron in presence of ammonium ion. Now see what happened. MnO2 converted into Mn2O3. Here is change in oxidation state. Manganese oxide have oxidation state of +4. It is converted into +3. So it is process of reduction, and here is process of oxidation. So process of reduction occur at MnO2, and ammonia gas is released in this process, and it makes water too. Now what is use of ZnCl2? This ammonia can be burst by using this ammonia can burst the whole cell because it is gas. That's why ZnCl2 makes complex with the ammonia, means it binds ammonia. So ammonia cannot show its bursting effect. It converted into solid state. So ammonia is converted into solid state. It makes a complex with the ZnCl2. This is use of ZnCl2. Ammonia is electron rotator, and MnO2 gains electron to convert into Mn2O3. Now what is the drawback of this cell? First, it makes water. That's why this cell is corroded after some time. It cannot be recharged because water is formed in this reaction. And second thing is MnO2 converted into Mn2O3. This Mn2O3 again converted into MnO2. So there will be by the oxidation process. So its potential does not remains constant. Its potential shows variation. So this cell shows a potential range of 1.25 to 1.50 volt. That's why this cell does not show a constant potential due to change in oxidation state of MnO2 and Mn2O3. This is drawback of this cell. This is rechargeable. This is non-rechargeable cell. This cell forms water, and water shows corrosion and non-fixable voltage. It shows variable voltage from 1.25 to 1.50 volt range. So this is the basic reaction for dry cell. I will again explain you this process. Zinc container act as anode. It is converted into Zn plus 2. It removes 2 electrons, and these 2 electrons are gained by MnO2. MnO2 converted into Mn2O3, and NH4 plus is converted into ammonia, and ammonia gas is binded by ZnCl2. So these are the different uses of different things placed in this cell. This is known as dry cell or non-rechargeable. It is non-rechargeable primary cell. Now I will explain you another kind of primary cell, that is mercury cell. Mercury cell means the cell which you are using in your wrist watches. So second kinds of cells are mercury cell. It is also another kind of primary cell. It have one advantage over this cell because it contain zinc container same and carbon rod placed in its center, and its electrolyte is HgO mercuric oxide with KOH, but there is a porous membrane between electrolyte mercuric oxide and zinc container. That's why mercuric oxide cannot touch zinc container. That's why there is no process of corrosion occur. So process of corrosion cannot occur in this cell. Plus this cell have a constant potential of 1.35 volt. So I will write a reaction. Zinc container act as anode. So it is converted into Zn plus 2. I am direct writing reaction with the whole electrolyte. Zinc reacts with OH minus ion to form ZnO, plus it removes 2 electron and it makes water, and these 2 electron comes on cathode. So cathode is HgO reacts with 2 electron and water to make mercury in liquid state plus 2OH minus. So my net reaction will be Zn plus HgO. So Zn converted into zinc oxide and HgO converted into Hg, that is net reaction. So zinc react with OH minus ion to form Zn plus 2. It removes 2 electrons. These 2 electrons are migrate on HgO, and HgO is gains 2 electron and converted into mercury. So this cell have a constant potential of 1.35 volt. So this cell have 1.35 volt because there is no any substance which can be oxidized and reduced in this process. But in this cell we are having MnO2. MnO2 can be reoxidized by the air. So MnO2 converted, whenever it is converted into Mn2O3, and Mn2 again converted into MnO2. So there is reversible process, but there is no any process. HgO again cannot be converted. Whenever it is converted into mercury, it again cannot be converted into HgO. So it shows a constant potential of 1.35 volt. So this is simple mercury cell or button cell using in wrist watches. Next is, these are Primary cells means these are non-rechargeable cell. Now I will explain you one chargeable cell. So what are chargeable cell? Here I am making one chargeable cell. It is lead storage. It is lead storage cell. It contains two grids. One grid of lead. Here I am making grid of lead. It contains plates of lead, and another grid contain plates of litharge. So first is these grids are made by Pb, and these grids are made by PbO2. Means we are having alternative two grids. One is cathode and another one is anode. One plate act as a anode and another act as a cathode. These are present on different grids. Now this is one cell and this is all battery. This cell contain a potential of 2 volt. So you can make a battery of 6 volt or 12 volt by using, if you are making 12 volt, so you can use 6 cell or 6 grids to use these kinds of cell. So anode is made by lead and cathode is made by PbO2. It is also known as litharge, and this whole apparatus is present in a H2SO4 solution. H2SO4 its density is 1.30 grams per centimeter cube, and it is 38% weight by volume solution. Whenever its density reduced from 1.30 to 1.20 grams per centimeter cube, then you can recharge this cell by using electricity. So you can recharge this cell. That's why this is known as secondary cell. So it is secondary cells or secondary battery, because we are using combination. That's why I'm saying it is battery, and it is rechargeable. You can again recharge this cell. Primary cell cannot be recharged, but these cells can be recharged by using electricity. Now what will be reaction? Anode is lead, plate of lead. Okay, so in presence of sulfate ion, it converted into PbSO4 by removal of 2 electrons. So 2 electrons are removed here. These electrons migrate on cathode, and cathode is PbO2. These 2 electrons are gained by PbO2, and it is converted into PbSO4, and water is made in this reaction. This water decreases the density of H2SO4 from 1.30 grams per centimeter cube to 1.20 grams per centimeter cube. Now what will be net reaction? The net reaction, the products are common, PbSO4 and PbSO4 in both the reactions. So net reaction is Pb plus PbO2 plus H plus SO4 minus 2. This is converted into PbSO4 and water. This is net reaction for this secondary cell. This is secondary cell because we can again recharge. I will remind you that lead grid is using as a anode and PbO2 as a cathode. PbO2 is converted after reaction PbSO4 and Pb also converted into PbSO4. The density of H2SO4 solution is 1.30 and its percentage is 38% weight by volume. This is basic concept of secondary cell. Secondary cell means this is rechargeable cell. You can also use nickel cadmium kind of cell. Like in these cells are rechargeable like in mobile batteries. So this is secondary cell. Now I will explain you fuel cell. What are fuel cells? Fuel cells are third kind of cells. First is third kind of cell in which you can use any kind of gas to make by any chemical process. It can convert into energy. So you can use hydrogen cell, oxygen cell, methane cell, carbon monoxide cell, any kind of cell you can use. So basic concept is this cell have two parts. One part is cathode, another part is anode, and these are separated by an any alkaline solution. So I am making here porous membrane to form alkaline solution, and we are having two parts of this cell. This is aqueous alkali. Here is the supply of hydrogen gas and here is the supply of oxygen gas. This is aqueous alkali and process of anode. Here anode is hydrogen gas and cathode is oxygen gas. So at anode, hydrogen reacts with alkali solution to convert it itself into H2O by removal of 4 electron. Now these H2O and 4 electron comes at oxygen. It converted into 2OH minus. So my net reaction will be 2H2 plus oxygen. 4 electrons are cut with itself. 2OH are also cut. Final products are 2H2O. So hydrogen whenever reacts with oxygen, it makes water. This is final chemical reaction. This is very efficient cell. Its efficiency may be 70% and it makes a potential according to supply of gas. So these kinds of cells which are having a very large amount of efficiency can use in the space programs. It does not have any fixed potential like our Leclanche cell which have the cell potential range of 1.25 to 1.50 range, and our battery mercury cell which have cell potential of 1.35 volt, and lead storage battery which have cell potential of 2 volt, and you can change the battery, you can make it convert into a battery of 6 volt or 12 volt. But these kinds of cells have very high efficiency. You can increase or decrease its potential and efficiency by making changing amount of hydrogen and oxygen gas. So these kinds of cells are used in the space programs. Okay guys, so these are the chemical reactions related with the different kinds of cell. Okay guys, thank you.